Man, ever since I started playing fucking Astra Libra, I've been like slacking on doing shit for Limbus. But Jesus fucking Christ, Astra Libra is really good.
It is very good.
It's probably more accurate that I paid Twitch to provide co-commentary without constantly being bombarded by ads.
Speaking of, where is the funny button? There you are.
너도 야자야?
It is in fact time for the men's hair club for men. Yes, Iron. I almost reflexively cashed in my shit.
Naughty boy.
I think the thing that I did basically here was I went ahead and put Sinclair up to 40, but I don't know if I should uptie him because I don't know what I get out of it. I think the only thing I get out of it is 1 extra burn and 5% extra damage on his 2. Well, 5% on his damage. Well, it's his 3 that gets the 1% damage. Yeah, it's pretty minor. Yeah, that's kind of the issue I've been having with a lot of upties, because, like, Yisong's is fucking pathetic. I only get, like, +1 synergy for 2 skills. Sinclair only gets a 5% damage boost on his 3. Fishmail only gets, like, sinking on her ult. Support and Claire saved you. Really? I was going to use them on the main team. What's their support again? He abo. Where the fuck is the support skill? Support, 1 ally with least SP deals 10% blunt. Oh, because of the 10% blunt. I mean, you kind of get that with Jeff Sinclair if you have high sanity. So but I see what you're getting at.
It will return
a buddy's Sinclair helped you. Okay, yeah. Look, the letters are they just transposed it wrong. It is Jeff Sinclair. If he were better, I'd call him El Jefe, but no, since he is, I think, the worst identity in the game so far, Jeff Sinclair. No, it is
definitely not the worst, but he's
true.
He has to compete with Sloshmail.
Sloshmail is, like, without a doubt,
Sloshmail is
the bottoms.
Sloshmail is a rupture tremor ID that works against both of those.
What level do you be on?
Also, shitcoins and damage.
We are attempting the men's hair club for men. I don't know what needs to be explained.
He no longer wishes to be of the bristly. He wants to be of the luscious.
Should we play out the cutscene again or just go for it?
I would say play it again, because it's a good fucking cutscene and it'll get us back into things.
It is a good cutscene.
Because there's one thing we can appreciate again.
I know Stagger works wonders, it's just that, like, I had the bones of a tremor build and I couldn't get there because I couldn't, like, get something in there.
You also just didn't understand the fight mechanically.
Fending them off somehow, but
저 가운데 있는 배에 계속 눈길이 가네요. 유독 화려한 건 다 그만큼의 이유가 있는 것이겠죠?
어라라? 저기 저 가운데 있는 사람 말이야.
That guy standing there, Gynax posing. I feel like we've done these jokes before.
His hair looks so bristly from here.
That weird guy up there? He's been posing like that ever since the whole mess started.
Weird guy with the bristly hair.
그런 게 아니야.
Menacing.
저 문신을 보고도 모르겠어? 저자는 중지의 저 형이고.
좁은 형님이
Little German boy is not allowed to swear.
작은 형님.
So, like,
he tries, and there's a singularity applied to him that keeps him from swearing.
Like the weird thing is, like, people I've seen in other places go like, why isn't he allowed to swear? It's like, I have seen people in real life who hate swearing so much that they will try to say a swear and then they will quiet down midway through and then pick up the rest of their sentence.
Yeah, I've seen the 8-bit drummer.
It's obviously Demi, and just like from far away, it's like, no, censor. You cannot say swears.
It's hard to bring this up now, but what's the middle? Just a mere mention or sight from them alone seems to shock and intimidate you people. Remember how they pretty much traumatized Pilot?
저 듣기로는요. 중지를 포함해서 손가락이라고 불리는 조직에 있는 사람들은 차원이 다르다고 들었어요. 직접 만나본 적은 없지만.
What is Limbus Company classified as? It's not a fixer organization, but I don't think it's like.
Company.
아니,
I mean, I guess companies do exist, yeah, because there's no.
있어서는 안 되는
Lobotomy was a corporation.
As far as I'm aware, I don't think they've ever gone into depth on how large they are as a corporation.
Well, they have a forward and back team, so that means they have a scouting operation and a recovery operation that has ties to K Corporation. They have someone that is able to back the funding of alternate reality dipping and whatever the fuck Dante has become. And they have Virgil on a leash. So Limbus Company has to be big.
No, they're not big. They have powerful backers. There's a difference.
Oh.
We don't know the what's and the whys. We just know that they have rich, powerful backers.
Yeah, that because for the fact that they buy guns.
God. This fucking scene.
This track whips ass.
You don't understand Highwings. Like, they can't be super huge because there are a lot of people who don't know what Limbus Company is.
True.
It's a specific genre. Because I feel like this isn't hard base. Hard base.
I do really like this setup. The boy band in the center and the background Texas on the sides.
안전한 곳으로 피신하여 눈에 띄지 않게.
이렇게 오래 걸릴 줄은 몰랐다.
협상을.
Negotiate. Let's negotiate. You negotiate, right?
우리 쪽에서는 들어줄 용의가 있다. 하긴과 협상을 하려 하더니.
Like how Don Quixote is the only person that hates this idea.
그때 그 친구하고는 입장이 완전히 반대가 됐군.
작은 형님이 진짜 올 줄은 몰랐는데.
그래, 내가 왔다.
It's just like sitting there like, cut the music, let's get serious.
난 말이다. 지금까지 인생의 대부분을 중지에 바치면서 단 하나.
Even the book has tattoos.
하지만 오늘부로 그 철칙이 산산조각나고 말아버렸다. 너희가 내 개인 금고를 털어가는 바람에 말이지.
와, 치가 떨리네. 어떻게 그런 행동을 할 생각을 하지?
Also, for context for the joke of today's stream title, the Men's Hair Club for Men is a boss fight in Lisa that has kind of similar elements as to what's happening here. Except that game was in post-apocalyptia, while this is
We don't know where this is.
쌍갈고리 팔을 털어서가
It's on the moon.
I thought you hated that theory.
I do.
그러니 이 자리에서 고하도록 하겠다.
It's really weird to hear this guy say, I declare your sins, O guilty ones, as he just like whips his hair back.
너희들의 용서받을 수 없는 죄를.
저기 우리가 비록 그 스미 씨랑 조금 말다툼이 있긴 했지만
그대의 부하는 우리가 무사히 돌려보냈어. 야 잠깐.
스미? 그게 누구지?
Who the fuck's me? Oh, no way. He didn't know.
괜한 언동이었는가?
Is it wrong that I could see the Big Brother voiced by Yuri Lowenthal? I don't know who would be the voice. I feel like Yuri Lowenthal would be
Yuri's
too...
voice is a little high
Yeah.
for him.
Part of me wants to say Macho Man Randy Savage in a way, but not really? Maybe a little higher than that.
그럼 그 죄까지 추가해서 더하면
안가품 장부다. 저기에 적혀진 이름들은 뭐 끝이지.
It's really funny.
우스워서 돌아버릴 것만 같고.
I would argue against that, Beowulf, because that's a little too old sounding. This dude is young.
세상은
Listen, we live in a binary world. That world that is luscious and that is bristly.
Stop. I'm gonna throw you out.
Look, I had to take the knife and then jam it and twist it. That way to show everyone that it's just wrong. The guy who dubbed Ichiban, I could see the Ichiban dub working. I still think a little higher. Like, he has to have a little bit of youthfulness to him, not like a basiness.
손으로 움켜쥐었을 때 안정감 있고 부드럽게 잡히는 것이 북신이며
Wraps gently around your fingers.
손가락을 뚫고 나오는 가락들이 퍼석이다.
I guess my hair is luscious, if that's the definition he is looking for.
그 중에서도 최상의 북신이 되기 위해서는 매일같이 인고와 단련의 시간과
Nah, not Kratos. No way. He has the look of Kratos, but I wouldn't give it to Kratos.
Once again, too old and deep. And no, he doesn't really look. He's too. Once again, he's young. He's really young.
Okay, joke answer from me. The guy who voiced. I always forget his name, but the guy who voiced Jaeger in Tales of Vesperia. The German voice, exactly. Like, it's wrong, but I think it'd be funny.
이 머리를 알맞은 모양으로 푹신하게 고정을 시키려면 수없이 많은 노력이 필요하지.
You know, Ray Chase could actually do a decent job, yeah.
Who was Ray Chase?
Alphen.
Yeah, that could work. I could see that.
최고급 항구인 대왕가오리 항구선에 위치한 프라이빗 미용실 원장에게 헤어 스타일링을 무려 5시간 동안 받을 수 있는 쿠폰. 거기다 그 쿠폰이 있으면 누구나 멋쟁이가 될 수 있는 데다가 사전 예약 없이 방문도 할 수 있다고 적혀 있지.
I love that little O. It's so good.
now we hear it comments is like, oh. It's like
and then nobody notices it.
It's because he's probably the back. It's like, oh.
아까 요슈 씨가 좁은 형님이라 했던 것은 속 좁은 걸 의미하지. 진짜 엮이지 않는 것이 상책이었건만.
그것은 북신을 위한 원대한 한.
How is his hair not luscious already? What?
하지만 그 쿠폰을
Looks
털어가는
deceiving.
바람에.
It may be greased back, but it's not luscious.
True. It doesn't fly back naturally. It needs assistance.
자, 봐라. 이게 너희 중 하나가 저지른 극악무도한 죄의 증거다.
This is such a good image. Just Heathcliff's face.
Is it first of all? It's like it made me laugh. I was like, "Oh, Heathcliff, you motherfucker!"
Yeah, best and worst time got angry wasn't Heathcliff.
Heathcliff.
몰랐어. 저놈 것인 줄은. 아야, 그렇잖아.
You know
금고에 알록달록한 고양이
what's really funny?
그걸 꼭 누가 저런 엄청난 녀석 금고일 거라고 생각해.
This being the inciting incident where the Heathcliff in Wuthering Heights made it rich and then came back home. This is why. Because the next chapter is like, hey, I got some money. I gotta see a lady back home. And then we just entered
I have this amazing coupon.
This Lucius girl.
Who wants an introduction to the world of the luscious, baby?
다양성과 취향을 무시한 것도 명부에 적을 수밖에 없군.
누가 히스 입 좀 틀어막아. 저 장부에 또 뭐라도
Somebody put a muzzle on Heathcliff for the love of God.
Did you even know who, what, or where these coupons were for?
턱이 있겠냐, 진짜.
I how crestfallen Dawn is here. When did I become the villain?
왜 생전 관심도 없던 헤어 살롱에 손을 대버린 것이오.
You look like a bum, Heath. Come on.
Oh shit! Oh my god! We might actually be right. Fuck.
지금까지 희소식은 가져간 쿠폰을 다시 돌려줘도
like Marcelo here.
극단적이라는 것이다. 0이라고 봐야겠지.
And like, yeah, you fucked up so bad that like, even if you were to give it back or not, the results are gonna be the same. So just fucking keep the coupon, dude.
그러므로 그 쿠폰은 히스클리프, 네 것이 될 수 있다. 불행한 소식으로는
그 쿠폰을 사용해 보기도 전에 우린 모두 대박이라는 거겠죠.
그리고 그 죄의 대가는 8조 20항을 보면 거기서 A양의 6번.
The thing is, I think Marceau has already kind of snapped, because I'm assuming this is the point of the book where he has just like shot a motherfucker, and he's just kind of like recoiled deep into like pure robot response territory.
I want to learn about young Marceau, who was trying to find the joys in life.
Yeah.
그래, 찾았다.
Young Marceau who would fucking party at clubs.
그러니까.
What I remember of the stranger, even though I never read it, is that he shot a man and just said it was because the sun was too black. Something like that.
Yeah.
So
Marceau just like busting it down, but he still had that stone face of his.
죽으면서 새기더라.
Okay, but I do like the image of Marceau twerking, but with that stone face.
I hate it.
썩 맛있진 않았어. 다음이 있다면 더 콕.
See, Ryoshi, this is why you get like the one good cigarette and just put it like it's its own unique case and hide it somewhere on your person specifically for this moment. You can't just take one out of the pack.
She pops open the fucking pommel of her sword.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, but I was thinking more like the sheath. It's like, no, I'm not gonna draw the sword. This is the. All right.
I was just imagining it being like a lighter.
I wanted to see that Heathcliff O again. It's so fucking perfect.
Who should we get rid of on this team?
It's a long fight, so I'm not sure if you want to have.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But like Rhodia kind of disappointed me last time. That's why I'm like a bit weighing the.
If you want her more in line with the Trevor, then swap over to Rose Fanner if you're worried about that.
Yeah, Rose Fanner will help out, especially with the bursting tremors who bring up that.
There's just a slight issue.
You'll have the ticket. You can just get some tickets.
Yeah.
True. We could do that real quick. I have this fucking draconian stockpile.
It also might be a good idea then to bring up Weoshu if you're going to be using her as well.
Bring up
Number 4.
Oh wait,
Weoshu.
Oh, she was on level 35?
Yeah.
Fucking no wonder.
정의는 반드시 승리하는 법. 나쁘지는 않았지.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop.
이제
You try out my little sister Dawn if you want to see.
무지 외에
Or mine.
아무튼 없나니.
Just fucking breaking at the bank. Just fucking breaking that.
Yeah,
my fucking shattered on the floor.
Yeah, mine isn't uptight 4 though. It's only top 3, but she is.
I got.
Wow, that's. Sorry, 5 brought it up to 37. I was just like fucking shook.
Yeah, they're 3,000 experience a pop.
I didn't realize Weoshu was level 35. That may have been also the issue here.
Also, anyone who doesn't call her Weoshu is a coward.
Yes, I am, but that has nothing to do with the fact that I don't call her Weoshu.
Weoshu? Oh, Heathcliff is also 35. No wonder.
너도 야자야? 다른 사람들은 어쩜 그렇게 의자에
Oh,
박힌 듯 앉아 있을
right.
You did your daily luxcavation, buddy.
I just had to like, what the fuck was that? Drive. I need to get to the plot that I have to complete.
Is she a weeb if she's Japanese? Like,
yeah.
She still exudes the same energy.
No, she's fucking miserable in her job.
She's obviously tuning.
Okay, I could give you that one. I could give you that one.
I don't know.
It's great. She hates her job because she hates teaching people.
She loves her job when she's out in the field, but she just hates to be.
Hang on. Yes, Skip. We saw this a while ago. I didn't think it'd go again.
She hates it because they force her to teach people.
Yeah, because she's too good.
What does Prolium Vitale mean?
I don't speak Latin, motherfucker.
Also, but Honglu's like, I want to teach people, and Ryoshi's like, don't talk to me.
It's very much like grass is greener mindset.
No, Ryoshi just likes hurting things. Let's be real here.
Yeah, because she likes hurting things, but also the fact that she sees like all the shit that happens and thing as art.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, look at all these things, these bodies. Like, ooh, it's so good. Yising, on the other hand, is like, oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate this so much.
Yeah.
Oh right, like, she's Slash. Maybe I should have taken her out.
Really good at his job, but whenever he goes on, when he goes onto the train to do his cleanup work, he just dissociates.
God, fucking Ish's sanity starts so deep in the shitter.
Yeah, but she gets it back really easily. But when she does, she loses her like +3, so it's like a weird trade-off.
Thinking about it, it's like, okay, so we're gonna be confronting the Captain Ishmael force, which makes me think, if they become an identity, who other than Ishmael would it be?
To that, Darklight, I will say, Ryoshu's damage still fucks, regardless, and also, their coins are good.
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah, it's just...
It is the problem of the Clasher meta.
Yeah, you may not do damage, you maybe rely on it, but
get AoE in there? What happened? Oh, wait, right, they have 2 attacks, so weight is fucky.
Look at fucking Lee.
Oh,
that wasn't her ult. Okay.
You really gotta. It's really the problem with this game is that, well, sure, you want to pile on damage, but it's just actually you want to be able to be able to clash whenever possible.
Thank you, Beowulf.
The fatal battle in Latin. Oh, I see. Which makes me wonder why the fucking apple got it. Was it the apple or was it the Doomsday Clock?
It was the Ebony Apple. I think.
In the context of the first chapter, that was like the first and something like that, I guess.
Yeah, true. It was the team's first experience with the shit, as it were.
It has been used weirdly, like in the strangest combination of circumstances. Man, fuck how good Charge is.
I mean, you think about it, like spacing off his abnormalities, kind of, there's not like this isn't your regular fight here.
Well, it was also their first abnormality fight.
Damn, I was hoping to get that coin up on her.
And on the right side, he's staggered, so basically anything you do.
Yeah, I'm looking to see who has, like, their worst cards at the moment. I could let, Rhodia cook a little.
Do you want to use, Regret Faust, the AoE?
No, but like, I was looking to clash there since the clashes are not great.
I guess.
I mean, also, it's,
I would just
it would
sit on
nice. Yeah, sit on it for the next wave. Probably a better idea.
탈출 개체 확인.
Yeah, I don't find my form empties.
It's just kind of
unsettling. I just find it tedious.
Yeah.
It's just a meat statue.
Nice.
Like, if you want to
I
talk
love meat statues.
Statue full of meat.
Like, if we're gonna talk about unsettling, it's the frog I don't like.
The frog is tame.
I mean, yeah, it's just that, like, the look, you know?
I think it's adorable.
Stop staring at me with dumb big old eyes.
The horrors of being seen.
What's Sinclair's sanity at? Do I want to throw a raw super out there?
I mean, cool. Is a guaranteed win, kind of.
What does Rhodia's scenario look like? I could save the raw super for when we need it, which is going to be later.
순식간에 끝내죠.
30 damage slash on fucking resistant people is nuts.
힘 조절이.
Ooh, I got 3 of them. Jeez.
You see, the answer for this fight is obviously to bring all the League Association people. Burn all to death.
I mean, that's what somebody did in the Discord. When do you want to not throw a raw super out there? Oh, if your name happens to be Justin Wong, then you kind of don't want to. But I'm pretty sure he engineers those nowadays, so I don't know what to think anymore.
And Hansen is walking and could even bring another joke. Like, oh, you're kidding me.
I'd argue it's more he just has a bunch of bad habits that...
Yeah, that could be it.
Does it really improve? Because it's a hard thing to pull off.
Oh, right, I see what I'm doing here.
한바탕 해볼까? 탈출 개체가 정리되었습니다.
God, Faust killing it.
Yeah, no, Regret Faust just ruins shit.
And now the real part of the fight.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
The real shit.
Oh, I can just ignore these guys, can't I?
You can, honestly, you can take them out. It's just,
Well, they're not doing anything right now, damage-wise.
No, but the thing is that once you're
yeah, but if they hit, they have fly paralysis.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Flying paralysis. So it's hard.
So just hit him with some raw ass supers then.
I would just counter them more than anything, but yeah.
At least countering them. Make sure that they don't fuck you over.
Faust could get more than one character with her attacks, so I could at least comfortably throw that there. The question is, how do I handle Ricardo? First person that's gonna get hit is gonna get hit with a red blunt. Which
Just hope to God it's someone who's resistant.
Well, Sinclair is weak to red, but resists blunt. That's why I'm kind of like wondering if he's the play here.
What about Ish?
Ish is not the first one that's gonna get the hit. Remember, the fastest person gets the attack, and that's not Ish.
Sort of.
I know.
So finicky.
I know what you're. Neutral, huh? Do I just go for unclashed attacks and hope for a stagger here?
No, the time to aim for stagger is when he goes into the test.
Oh, so we want to clash now then?
Yeah, clash. Do as much damage as you can without, well, while saving your big guns, basically.
Oh, the problem is I can't exactly.
Because remember, in the test, he takes double damage and increased tremor damage.
The main issue is that right now I can't exactly clash all that well with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's just trying to meet his attacks.
Which is not really happening right now.
Oh, Ryoshu's at 18 charge, so...
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, in between Sinclair's attack and Ryoshu, I could just, like, throw 2 big hits out there and hope for something, but I don't know if it's gonna, like, take.
Yeah, but you have to understand that you don't want Ryoshu taking that that counter because she will melt.
That's why I want to throw Sinclair out there first.
Fold like paper.
Fold like origami, yeah.
It folded into a fucking triangle.
Oh no, she's a dog now. What the fuck did we do?
The problem is that I believe all his stuff applies paralysis.
Yeah, you just don't want to get hit, unfortunately. You could clash with egos if you're really desperate.
Clash with egos, but also like...
Oh, right, I don't have any egos that I keep on my end, Sinclair, because I have fear in my body.
Wouldn't this also erase self-destructive purge?
I think would.
Probably.
It would.
But also,
I know I could do.
About it,
I know I could do 1 clash.
Can you build up fluid sack at least for the heal?
No, because I don't think I have Pale on this team.
Oh, Rodia does.
So does Sinclair.
Oh yeah, Sinclair does have that. Problem is, nobody rolled good dice, so I can't...
Nope, you gotta fucking meet it where you can, that's the problem.
I think I have to throw Ryoshu's raw-ass super out there, at least. Just because, I don't want to erase it with, O'Share or 4th Match Flame.
Do you want to use Regret Faust for one of the matches? Because she is faster.
True. And I can hit one of the other lads with it. Which means Sinclair could go over here. She is also normal to his counter.
순식간에 끝내죠.
I hate how fast those clashes go. It's fucking scary.
It's also scary because it sounds like he's hitting.
Yeah, it's I think that's the point.
It is.
Also, yeah, he pushes you backwards, which is pretty neat.
걸려라. 제대로 찝었군.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
When does the test of the strong occur is the question.
I think it's turn 3.
적들이 흔들흔들.
Oh, here it is.
아니야.
Alright, so now we want to just go for it.
Go fucking ape shit, but you want to make sure your hits are going to hit.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, kill the shit out of that fucking dodge.
Oh man, she is not getting any good dice or any good cards.
I'm surprised you're going for Capote.
I could do fourth match, but it's Pierce, and I don't think it's gonna do that much.
Doesn't she do Ardor Blossom Star, you mean?
Yeah, Ardor Blossom Star is Pierce.
Doesn't do something like Claymore? Let me check something.
What was that, Torpo?
You said... You said fourth match, it's Ardor Blossom Star.
Oh yeah. Well, my point stands, it's Pierce, which is not as good as Blunt in this.
Pierce is... True.
Ardor Blossom Star says is raises stagger threshold.
Basically, you're trying to apply as much as you can all at once to stagger him. That's what you want, is stagger.
Man, that's gonna be sad. Do I want to do that, or do I want to... I feel like either way, Ryoshi's just not gonna cut it here.
Yeah, Ryoshi's turn's gonna be flaccid. You need to accept that fact.
But this is gonna be good because Rhyme Shank deals extra damage base if they're above 50% HP.
그래도 언제나 추월할 수는 없으니까.
Beautiful.
자, 이쪽입니다.
That was also really good. Shit.
Everything's gonna be really good because of Test of Big Brother.
But I don't think we're gonna get to the stagger threshold.
As long as you make it at the next round.
There we go.
Oh, you made it.
Nice. 하나 제꼈다.
Now just fucking pile it on.
Did I get any good cards is the question.
So select damage up and just go out.
The problem is I think this is lying, isn't it?
No, because the other one
you're not
is
at 7 to 14 charge.
You're not getting the most out of it, but...
But it's saying 60 to 160. I think that's an outright lie, isn't it?
No. Because what are his weaknesses, first off?
We don't know.
Damn.
Well, apparently he's probably weaker to
Yeah, he's staggered too, remember that.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to throw that out there. Yeah, I think this is just a phase.
Yeah, just do everything you can. It doesn't matter.
I think this will be better. Yeah, 1 out of 17 versus 13.
Go for broke, baby.
103 on this. What can I do with this, though?
Well, the 103 I'm pretty sure is wrong. Because remember her special thing is going to trigger because she has enough charge. No, she doesn't actually. Never mind.
Also,
yeah, that's why I was.
That's
that's why specifically I was saying this number is wrong because she doesn't have charge.
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't have charge. Good call.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Ryoshu.
No. Yeah, I think this is solid.
This is the best I can see.
Wait, how much fire does he have on him?
Burn? Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, because Capote doesn't apply burn. Unknown. What the fuck does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
It's probably fine.
Well, let's throw it out there.
God, that was flaccid.
Yeah, when he drew two of his basics, I was like, eh. Sinclair's neutral game isn't great.
So do you think the Odyssey actually had a purpose?
The purpose was character driven. And that character drive is Odysseus sucked.
Fuck. So yes.
Everything. I am of the mind that everything has a purpose, but purpose is contextual.
The Odyssey is about one man listening to his dick to the detriment of everyone else.
Yeah, the purpose was to get his dick wet. Oh, we are not even gonna hit that.
That's so arrogant. The gods decided to punish him.
Man, we didn't even get stagger threshold
hey, Neptune, 2. You're a bitch.
Oh shit.
Okay. Joke's on you. You won the fight.
Oh. Oh, he punched us out of ego, or not ego, ID.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, Highway, just so you know, if you take out his dudes, he does spend a turn trying to bring them back.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he also gets buffed though.
Yeah.
다시 회복하는 건 너무나 멀쩡하게.
Congrats, you did it.
That was a lot easier than I initially thought. I thought I had to go through the entire.
Well, it is a learning experience.
It is a forced loss, but like you're not supposed to die, which is really bizarre considering he quote unquote kills you anyway.
내 손질받았어야 할 어느 날의 말이야.
I mean, you have to struggle. It'll just be like, oh, I could just lose.
That's fair. And
this have to do well enough that they can stall long enough.
Can my clock even make a difference against someone so overwhelmingly powerful?
To be fair, there are also a lot of touches in the fight to show that he is way out of your league.
My legs begin to shake. Strategy, resurrections, all seem completely meaningless against this onslaught. Faust's voice calling my name has never sounded more hollow. God, if this story was animated, this would be so brutal. I don't think it could be on TV. It would have to be like a streaming service.
I mean, there'd be a lot of stuff in this that would be at that point.
Yeah.
At the time that Don got impaled through the jaw.
True, I forgot about that. This shouldn't have happened. Oh, that's a good line. Huh. Oh, did somebody say it? Oh, no, Nightbot got it. Maybe I should turn that function off. I had to go into custom with total annihilation. What's that?
Strike Rote was fine. It's just too many ellipses apparently made Nightbot angry.
Oh, hey, speaking of this, let's talk about what Torpo messaged me in the middle of the night.
Let's talk about Shin, baby!
I like Faust's face there at the end.
Just like, oh yeah, I knew I was gonna die.
Yeah.
No, we'll talk about Shin more in a bit.
The Sinners always
those rings are actually important, and they're only expanded on in fucking Leviathan!
You know, Leviathan, the web novel that, at a point for anybody not in Korea, just stops. The Sinners always gave their lives to learn our enemies' weaknesses or patterns, while I worked out a strategy from the rear. The answers would always be somewhere within our reach. Slowly but surely, we'd figure out the answer. And for that promise of an answer, the Sinners rose again. But this time was... Oh! We have a Battle Royale caller. I'm sure this will be relevant in Kanto 12.
황금가지가 적대 세력의 손에 넘어가는 것을 대비하기 위해 마련되었던 최후의 대응 방법입니다. 폭발의 범위는 크지 않지만 그 열과 강도는 굉장히 강하여 도시의 별에 해당하는 것들도 녹여버릴 수 있죠.
You know, I have an idea for that. I have
Congrats on the baby nuke stored in your brain.
What about Virgilius? He said you'd come help before my head.
현 상황을 알릴 수단도 설령 안다고 해도 앞으로 2시간 가까이 저희에게 오실 방법이 없습니다.
I like Faust as like your assistant character, just because it's a bold claim to say, yeah, I know everything, and also be like as useful as any other person ever.
And she knows everything. She can't do everything.
Exactly. What about the sinners? When I'm gone, you guys are.
알고 있어요. 제 세계는 여기서 끝이 나겠죠. 그러니
Heathcliff defied fate and brought someone who should. Oh! I could keep running away. I'll take the boat and try to stay alive until the laws of the lake Virgilius cross the border and.
Yeah, it's important to remember there's clearly a script that Limbus is operating off of, and he fucked it up supremely.
Haven't we had like script jumps beforehand?
Yes.
This was the second time after Siegfried. The overwhelming sense of dread, so overwhelming that it even breaks our fighting spirit. The incident with Siegfried was humiliating, but he wasn't there to obliterate us. He was just there to teach us a lesson. But this man, he isn't going to stop until he's completely broken everyone, until he's satisfied, until the humiliation that his middle face was recuperated. He will kill.
LCB는 여기까지더라도 세계 아니 림버스 컴퍼니는
Dante's sitting there like, well, I gotta be the one to decide if I press the nuke button.
Rimney shows up again. Like, aye.
재밌는 게 다 있네. 몸은 다 터져 나갔으면서도 눈빛은 죽지도 않고 계속 일어서려고 하는군.
Oh shit.
어떤 것들 때문에.
역시.
Dante just looks like he's lounging.
Time for Ishbel's mid-season upgrade, like Basta Smith.
That's kind of what I was expecting here, is that she would ego into her WoW.
세상 참 좋아졌네.
와우.
근데 저런 기술이 도시에 있어도 되는 거였나? 돌아가면 큰 누님에게 물어봐야겠고.
The Great Sister.
Yeah, remember, he's just a big brother.
There's always a bigger fish.
Ish, we can't win.
Also, he brings up a very valid point. Is our tech even legal?
Well, it has nothing to do with humanity.
If it wasn't legal, the head would have showed up. It's like, hey, and smacked you.
It is a very, very clear gray area, because you're not reanimating the dead. You're instead winding it back to a point. Yeah, it is firmly straddling the line.
You can't escape the head. So if the head really thinks, hey, they don't like it, then they would have shown up already.
Yep.
Remember, like how the head sat back and didn't do anything until like the very end when Angela became a robot again.
That's because she made her decision.
Yeah. Oh, she's becoming human. So let's sit this out. Robot again. Okay, we're here. Fuck, die.
That's the other thing too, is we have not rocked the boat near enough to be that much of a problem yet. Like at any point we could be just pretty easily snuffed out. Whereas Angela had fucking bunch of grade 1 fixers, the Black Silence, all kinds of shit in her park already.
Yeah.
Like, fortunately for them, Callie wasn't, Gabur wasn't in her prime, so it's like he still had trouble fighting against one Arbiter and one Claw.
Yeah, so, but as Strike, the thing is that, sure, they were clones, but the thing is that the kind of thing of clones cannot exist past 7 days, so...
It's also important that the only arguably one of the big reasons the Arbiter technically won on that one is because the entirety of the library was worn down to shit.
Yeah.
And even then, they didn't really
Sorry
win.
about that. I had to help folks with stuff.
It's fine. I haven't talked about Shin yet.
Oh right, I'm not playing a controller-based game. Here you go. I'm sure Ishmael knew that better than anyone. I couldn't bring that myself to tell her the same thing.
닥쳐요. 지랄 말고 계속 살려요.
다음 기회에 계속
살려. 다시.
I could take the beating. This is nothing.
Hurt me more.
Ishmael and I were nothing more than entertainment to him. With every turn of the clock, with every revival, he howled with laughter and clapped with joy.
And I clap.
It's like dingling a pair of keys in front of a child, except it's a body that can't die. Wait, oh right!
추가 보스 나오는 거 아니야?
This is a misnomer because of the big rhyme shank she did.
Victory!
Yeah.
Such as it is. Clear stage. The Big Brother 2. This is nothing.
No, this is just sorry.
Ah, so we have we're gonna have a lot of time left over today, huh?
Oh yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
But just sit back and enjoy.
This is nothing short of a massacre, a humiliation. He kills Ishmael again and again. I keep bringing her back, feeling the very same pain that killed her. This battle is lost. Maybe Faust is right. Maybe this is where our journey ends.
좋아. 이번엔 선글라스를 스쳤어. 하지만 다음 기회에.
Yeah, Dante is dying over and over and over and over again.
Ishmael.
얼마나 많은 파도를 넘어왔는데.
We basically need either an act of God or the apocalypse to save us. And I think we're gonna be getting the latter.
Oh wow, I can't believe the skies are turning white. Who could have seen this?
The mist thickens. It expands, devouring everything. Our futures, our hopes, and any slim chance of victory we had. And so does the fog of my sight, of my mind. Will this continue until either Ishmael gives up, or until he grows tired of this little game? Until he simply walks over and crushes my clock? Could Virgilius piece my clock back? Is that even possible? If I did as Faust told me to and blew up my head, not even a shred of me would be...
슬슬 똑같은 말만 들으니 지루해져 가는데. 메인 이벤트. 시계 부수기로 가볼까?
안 돼! 단테! 뛰어요! 어떻게든 도망쳐!
이 지경을 다 겪어도 아직 다리를 붙잡고 매달릴 정도면 당신 엄청 소중한 사람인가 보다.
관리자는 단테! 단테는 안 돼!
This is also the saddest thing, because this is not being done out of any form of compassion whatsoever.
Nope, this is obsession.
Yeah.
This is her going, I need that to live. Should I press the button? Is that really going to be my last ever thought? There was a distant sound, like an answer to my question. That solemn sound told clearly through the blinding fog. It was a skiff. One much smaller, much more modest than ours. No fucking way.
Yeah?
From beyond the misty veil, the skiff slowly glided across the water in our direction. On it was a solitary figure holding an oar. A giant harpoon was attached to the bow of the ship. Not who I was expecting.
Who were you expecting?
I was expecting actually Charon and Virgil.
Yeah.
The big brother in the middle could probably break that puny skiff in half with his bare hands. Stared as if at it in stunned silence. It grunted. It became clear that the skiff didn't float here by accident. When the figure on the boat began gently rowing in our direction. Through the mist, we saw something flash atop the skiff. The figure hurled something in our general direction. It flew so fast that no human eye could catch it. I didn't even have time to register that something was thrown before I noticed that something was piercing Big Brother's left shoulder. Then a powerful shockwave, far mightier than anything the pirates had fired earlier, struck us. The air itself. He threw this at supersonic speeds.
Yeah.
It was not a distance that most people would even think about jumping across, but... The figure leaped over from the skiff to the Lobotomy Corporation bench gracefully and with agility. The man from the middle, who so far appeared unassailable, stumbled and fell to his knees. His shoulder was skewered.
당신.
That's when I finally noticed that what the figure had thrown was a harpoon. A harpoon too immense to be thrown by a mere person, let alone at such a blinding speed. Ah, I see we have found ocean guts. We did it! We found the boat arc!
Ocean Man. Ocean Man.
The hooded figure's arm was wreathed in a familiar light.
영감탱이. 호수에서 물고기나 잡는 줄 알았는데 색을 달고 나서 기어코 청새치 고래 하나 잡았다더니.
Oh, we got a whale hunter.
되는 게 없어서 중지도 고래로 보이나?
He's just gonna point to Ish and be like, I want that.
Remember what Verge said about the catastrophes?
There was 5 and now formerly 4. It was formerly 5, but now 4.
Yeah.
So our good buddy here, the mariner.
That's a voice.
Not something to be fucked with.
아무렴 그러시겠지. 중지는
The middle never forgets to kill.
기억한다는 걸 알고 있겠지?
그 밴댕이 소갈머리 같은 책에 남는 공간이 있다면.
Oh, that's a good line. Write me in the margin of that nasty little book, if you wish. The old man tugs the harpoon lodged in the big brother's shoulder. The big brother tried to hold his ground against the harpoon pull until there was a crunch.
버티면 부서진다네.
The harpoon tore off his entire shoulder with it. Ugh. It was a force that would have turned most people into tattered meat.
썩어도 준치군. 다음은 어떨까?
그래, 좋아, 좋다고. 물러가지. 중지는 늘 기억해. 내가 했던 일은 중요하지 않아. 중주에게 등을 돌린 놈들은 중지가 반드시 기억하고 잊지 않는다.
We don't have a bylaw for ripping off my own shoulder. It's never been a thing.
그게 어떤 형태든 간에.
The coupon theft, though, has happened more frequently than you'd expect.
Ishmael and I had no choice but to watch in silent awe as the old man approached us. The harpoon was still in his hand, and if he wished to strike us with it, we could never hope to get out of its way.
난 이 건물을 삼켜버린 내 고기를 찾고 있네.
I'm looking for a fish.
자네들도 고기를 낚는 자들일까?
I like how even the accent this guy has the universal vibe of, I'm looking for a fish. You know where it is? Just that old scrungly fisherman vibe.
I do wonder at what point they're actually going to attempt to explain Shin in this fucking story, if ever.
That was Big Brother 2, right? The Indigo Elder.
Blue a color.
Blue embers flickered from the old man's cigar. We didn't need anyone to tell us that he was overwhelmingly powerful. We knew instinctively. Faust, who seemed to recognize the old man, led him to Virgilius after a quick exchange of pleasantries. Colors are not uncommon. Like, there's 256 colors out there.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm surprised that you were mad and not Tiger.
That's a very specific number you've chosen.
Well, yeah. 16-bit.
뭐 죽다 살아왔는데 따뜻한 환영까지는 안 바래도.
And then Heathcliff gets fucking punched. Somebody needs to learn about workplace ethics. Virgilius's obvious
actual fear in Heath.
Virgilius's obvious discontent
boy.
at the involvement of an outsider didn't seem to bother Faust.
작전에 투입해야 하는 인물이라고 판단했습니다.
Look, nah, he's got some stuff here. Like, he's been good at some points, but also, he fucking earned this.
It's also interesting to note Faust going over Verge's head. Because Verge didn't expect this.
Ooh. That's
to be fair.
That's a fucking fisherman. That's like...
Yeah, he's a fisherman as fuck.
I don't know why, but my first thought was, that's Sean Connery as fuck right there.
He's slightly taller than Virgilius.
Yeah, but height doesn't mean much. Whoa, what the fuck was that?
I was going to get it.
The all-impaling. Well, that sounds like a bad one. Oh. His look has a vibe that I'm struggling to remember. Oh, I know. He looks like something out of Darkwood.
This man looks like he was old when the world was young.
The old man grunted. It was neither a confirmation nor a denial. That was the way the old man was. Everyone understood that.
정황상 황금가지는 호수를 표류하는 고래에게 먹혔습니다. 외곽에서만 보였다던 오재앙 중 하나인 그 창백한 고래입니다.
역시 그렇겠지. 결국 그런 흐름일 테니.
Of course. Nothing's ever simple, is it?
Also, Darklight brings up a very valid point too. Always be wary of the man who lives long in a profession with a high attrition rate.
Right?
It's like why you should always be afraid of old mercenaries.
또한 저희는 그 고래가 어디로 향할지 알고 있습니다. 당신은 그 고래를 잡기 위해 오랫동안 관찰하고 기회를 엿보며 나름의 방법을 터득한 분일 테죠. 이건 어때요?
Oh?
원한다면 믿기든 뭐든 되어드리죠. 그 방법은
The crowd fell silent when Ishmael finished explaining her plan.
미쳤군. 아까 혼자서 제일 많이 처맞고 나더니
It's like
단단히 돌아버렸어.
you're crazy. That beating just made you crazy. You've lost it.
이건 내 목적일 뿐이에요. 겸사겸사 가는 길에 황금가지가 있는 거고. 당신들 알아서 결정해요. 아, 관리자님의 결정이 제일 중요하겠죠.
Somebody's starting to go back to what is reasonably considered normal for her.
아무튼 이 회사나 저나 목적을
I don't know about that, Chief.
고색할 뿐이에요.
True. There's the spite.
그리고 딱히 이렇다
She's
할
so
방법도
close to her goal.
없잖아요.
She can
안
taste it.
그래요?
나는 반대야.
Taste.
저걸 정상적인 생각이라고 들어주는 것부터가 잘못됐어.
It's weird when Heathcliff is reasonable, especially after the crime he just committed.
Look, just because he's a dumbass doesn't mean he isn't right sometimes.
It's true. A broken clock's right twice a day.
있게 하는가?
The Indigo Elder suddenly broke his silence with a question.
물 밑에 사는 비린 것들을 사냥하는 취미나 조이에는 없기도 하지.
But I'm bored.
그런 문제보다 우선되는 게 있어서 말이야.
Interesting.
최악의 상황이 아니라면 내가 앞에 나서는 일은 없을 거다.
Look, you think he'd leave Karen alone?
The old man rose from his seat and walked up as though he was about to leave.
잠깐 기다려줄 수 있겠나? 길잡이가 참여하지 않더라도 승산은 있을 수 있다. 계획을 면밀히 짠다면
What defines a proper plan at this point? A fucking middle finger just fucked us.
그렇게 섣불리 포기하는 것은
Wait, no, they had a plan. It's just that Cleo fucked it up.
거절한다고 말한 적 없네. 창백한 고래를 잡으려면
The middle wasn't part of the script.
Oh, interesting. Screaming? I didn't think Mephistopheles was that loud.
가까이 그리고 은밀히 다가가야 하므로 좁으면서도 튼튼한 배가 필요하지.
응? 아니 그러면 왜 베르길리우스 씨가 안 도와준다니까 바로 승낙을 한 거지?
Probably because Virgilius is loud.
오히려 손이 줄게 되어서 거절할 줄 알았는데.
말씀하신 배는 저희 쪽에서 구비하고 있습니다. 필요하다면.
Look, I know a group of 3 people. They're really great. One of them's kind of a drunk, but they're really good mechanics. Well,
they're
okay mechanics.
Yeah.
I trust them personally.
The only good mechanic here
They
is
make this.
Faust.
Yeah.
Otis will have
꼬리만 퍼덕이면 다 부서질 것
well,
같이 생겼던데.
아니 저 배 상태는 구려 보여도 어지간해서
How could
부서지지
you
않는
tell, Otis?
엑스사의 합금을 사용했구려. 구하기 힘든 자료였어.
X Corporation. That's a new one.
혹시 그 또한 특색이 가지는 혜택의 일종인가? 소문으로 들었는데.
Is it like, kids too loud, I'm fucking leaving? Instead of entertaining the bombardment of questions, he approached me. Hmm?
보아하니 지금까지 호수에서 선원들은 자네의 시계로 인해 목숨을 부지해 온 것 같군. 어떤 원리인지는 모르겠으나 특이점의 일종일 테지. 하지만 그 고래에게는 통하지 않을 능력일 거야.
Yeah, this was the concern we had.
그러니 지금부터라도 모든 것을 되돌릴 수 있다고 맹신하지는 말게.
Why? Why did you accept, even after Virgilius opted out? It was a question I've been unable to let go.
어째서 베르길리우스 씨의 도움 없이도 작전을 수락하였냐고 물어보네요.
질문이 틀렸군. 오히려 붉은색이 나섰다면 거절했을 것이네.
Interesting.
붉은색과 내가 나선다면 시간은 걸리더라도 반드시 그 고래를 잡을 수 있겠지. 둘 중 하나가 죽을 테지만. 그래서 붉은색이 나선다면 거절할 생각이었네.
Oh, I think I know what he's getting at.
그가 내가 잡은 것이 아닌 게 되니까.
Yup.
그게 무슨 말이야? 이해가 되지 않소.
He wants credit for all the kills.
관계에 부딪힐 수 없다는 뜻이.
Well, it's more like it wouldn't be the same if it was also Verge there. Yeah, exactly.
Remember what Virgil said in Canto 1.
That's like over a year ago. I don't remember. Well, no.
Him being there will remove basically remove any difficulty we'll possibly have.
Yeah, that's right.
필요한 모든 수를 가용해서라도
지도에 그어진 도시. 그 테두리 너머에 있는 외곽까지가 사람이 두려워하여 그어버렸던 선이라면.
I doubt this is the case, but I'm wondering what back alley did they find this guy who voiced the Indigo Elder? This has a voice that is mired in crust.
this guy wants to be able to like test his limits, see if he's able to hunt down all the calamities, so that he can.
You're fucking thrill of it.
Look,
yeah, he wants to know if he's capable of going to the outskirts.
Look, if he could get 1, he could get 5.
Kind of hard to say, considering like they're all different kinds of calamities.
Yeah, like the one he fought was the All-Impaler, so it's probably a bit more straightforward than our Pallid Whale here.
설마 외곽 너머를 말하는 건가?
그 고래는 모든 걸 집어삼키고 재앙을 부르고 다녀요. 그걸 어떻게?
자네는 먹잇감이 되어본 적이 있는 사람.
Hey, barkeep, what's up? What'd you play?
이곳에 있는 수많은 호수도 모든 걸 집어삼키고 재앙을 부르지.
Look, the whale's not the only thing that devours. Everything eats out here.
God, Noita's fucking great.
No, oh, Noita. I read Neo for a second. What's Barony, though? Because I feel like I've heard of that, but I don't remember what it is.
First-person roguelike that also has multiplayer.
I'll have to look at that later, because I remember hearing about that, but I never looked at it. Noita's also very good, though.
It's like a traditional roguelike in the sense that there's a bunch of things you'll find, you won't know what they are until you identify them.
I once had the Noita dev, one of the Noita devs, sass me to my face. Not my face, but
in the chat.
Made art making fun of me. It was rude.
Listen, Noita is a great humbler.
It is.
It is. Though that was specifically due to ESA.
God, you know what that fucking scene reminded me of, where he just does it through and through the middle? It just reminds me of when they introduce Hawkeye in One Piece, where it's just like, tiny little boats here. Dude swings one attack, everything crumples in its path.
A little boat, send it to the moon.
Well,
well, that eats everything, send it to the moon.
It's more like, I'm a little boat, I send you to the moon.
But what if we were already on the moon?
What if that was a possibility, yeah. As per the old man's direction, we rode on the skiff, prepared on Mephistopheles. I saw Ishmael moments before boarding the skiff on Mephistopheles. This was Ishmael's plan. So what do we have on the docket tonight? We're definitely finishing up the current act of Limbus Company, and then I don't know what, because I thought I was going to take longer on a very gnarly boss fight.
Yeah, this is chapter 5 of Limbus Company. It just released last week.
Yeah, I was
a
little behind just because I was it was the holidays and I was in a not great headspace. I had an inkling, yes, and so far I've been going along with these vague guesses that led to disasters. So I had to ask her myself, Ish, what do you really want? I see another vision of Ishmael. She was hiding it from the other sinners and Virgilius, but I could clearly see what she really wanted. Her true desires. Meat! She was lifting a
looks to be disemboweling somebody.
She was lifting a body from the waters. A body that was torn asunder, shattered bones, strips of muscle tissue, flesh. Ishmael trembled with elation before what looked like the captain's mutilated corpse. Wait. Are we talking Indigo, or...?
No, the captain.
The captain.
Oh!
Ahab.
Indigo Elders is the captain.
Remember, she is obsessed.
I was just looking at here is not what I expected from Ahab.
Ahab is her white whale.
Ishmael... It's been clear since I think since, like, Act 1 that what Ishmael wants is a fucking reckoning.
Oh yeah, no, she is been bubbling under the surface for a while.
Oh yeah, Barkeep doesn't know who the names are. I'm Highwing. The Skull is Highwing. Slime is Torpo. Virgil / Horse is Festivore. The FOE is Tiger Brows. And far left is Fenfil, but I don't think Fenfil's been talking much this time.
Alright, lower right.
I become the silent a bit.
Lower right, right. I really should get a fucking Nightbot thing for that. The little like title cards are classifications from Lobotomy Corporation. Rocks.
Please, I refuse to be part of Wang's psyche. Wang doesn't need that.
We rode towards the Great Lake as we previously discussed with the Indigo Elder. We could see some rocks poking out of the pale, opaque waters of the lake. Looks like we'll have to maneuver our way between them.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I mean, might as well work with this. I forgot that plot doesn't really like strats, it likes, you know, big American number.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. We are past the point where it mattered. Strategy's out the window again.
As we discussed earlier, we took a different route from the Indigo Elder. We wanted to first arrive at the separate destinations for our plan. Something's floating over there. Not long after we crossed the line where the lake water turned dark gray, we noticed something pale peeking out from the lake. It eats islands? Does this game have shoosting and the tacticking? It is a gachapon game, and the strategy is ultimately choosing what characters you use and how they synergize with each other, but inputs are basically, make the best out of what you got, buddy.
There's some tactical going on here, like depending on what the encounter is. A lot of regular encounters, you get to a point where you can just hit the win rate button.
Really, the big draw of this game, in my opinion, is the plot. Because Project Moon are fucking incredible writers.
대략적인 방향이라도 알려주시면 그걸 기반으로 예상 위치를 계산해 보겠습니다.
Voice acting is a weird one because it's kind of the same problem that falls into line with people that partake in anime, in that, yeah, sure, it sounds good, but we don't know what they're saying, so we don't know tone and diction. So voice acting is kind of like a hit or miss there.
쪽빈 노인이 준 정보도 있으니 예측은
the emotions right.
정확성이 보장될 거라고 판단됩니다.
Yeah, we enjoy it, but we don't know whether it is good or not.
뭐야? 시계 대가리가 나침반 역할을 하는 거야? 진짜 그랬으면.
보스라는 특수성을 가진 광활하게 넓고 트여있는 공간이라 시도되는 방법일 뿐입니다. 육지의 도시는 지상과 지하로 온갖 건축물과 그 안에 높은 밀도의
True, I forgot Don Quixote's voice actor method acts Don Quixote? And it fucking exhausts her all the time. It's so funny.
And I love that Heath's voice actor just sounds like that. That is his normal voice.
Also, Heath's voice actor is a VTuber as well, which is really funny to me.
He's also just a cool dude, honestly.
I mean,
yeah.
So is Otis's voice actor.
Oh, Otis has one? I thought the one I remember was Hong Lu.
Do you remember that bit where they were
the alarm clock?
Yeah.
So that's why I could feel the golden bow here, even when it was so far away. I raised my finger and pointed towards the general direction of this vague feeling.
확인했습니다. 해당 방향으로 선회하죠.
I'd have to look at Otis's VTuber scenario because I'm kind of curious now.
I still find it funny how much deeper Sinclair's voice actor voice is. Like, it is like a couple octaves lower. It's fucking weird.
Yes, Sinclair's VA has range. We grew ever nearer to the island, or reef. A heavy silence descended upon the senators. Also, man, this is loud.
The ocean is loud, and it is hungry.
Until Ishmael gasped with a sudden realization. There was an incomprehensible look on her face. Maybe I saw unrestrained joy? The joy of finding something she's been searching for so long? Such an overwhelming, all-consuming happiness that her facial muscles began to twitch on their own. Maybe I saw extreme fear. The fear in the face of destined, unavoidable horror. The lake's splashing waves hit her trembling face and rolled down her cheeks. Or maybe, just maybe, she was sweating from dread.
이스마엘, 무언가 깨달은 정보가 있는 건가요? 네. 여기서
I like the I think it's the Zwei identity for Faust that in the reality of that identity, Faust and Ishmael are dating.
오티스 씨, 저는 후미에 있어서 확실하게
It's just really funny to me given this scenario now.
지금 우리 배 앞에 어떤 것들이 몇 개나 어느 정도의 크기인지 제게 빠짐없이 알려주세요.
암초들 주변에는 거센 해류가 흐르고 있으니 빠르게 피할 방법을 파악해야 하는 겁니다. 알았다.
Otis nodded empathetically before rising from her seat to gaze at the path ahead. She balanced herself as the ship rocked.
350m 가량의 민무늬의 번들거리는 초소형 암초 하나. 그보다 500m쯤 먼 거리에 복처럼 툭 붉어진 모양이 상징적인.
You know, the moment Otis actually has to, you know, do something, she's actually really good at it. It's just that when she, you know, tries to curry favor with us is when I hate her.
She knows rank.
It's just weird to see of like, oh right, you're competent.
She is a very skilled veteran soldier.
Yeah, it's just that the her personality really begot
obsession.
Yeah, yeah, it kind of like beguiles that. Ishmael began fiddling with the steering gear and the engine's output lever as though something had clicked in her mind.
첫 번째 암초는 성공적으로 통과했다.
Yeah, like, the actual Otis, well, Odysseus was the name, right?
Yes.
Like, the actual Odysseus was, in fact, a capable soldier. It's just that, from what we've seen of Otis in the game, all I have seen her do is talk. And that talking is, oh, Dante, I love you so much, I'll follow all your orders.
Odysseus's characterization is also very much too smart for his own good.
I mean,
also
there's parts where she helped solve, like, she got us out of the whole, like, Papa Boingy bit. Also,
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The power of pizza.
And also the fact that she was, you know, helping fix up the Mephistopheles at the boatworks because she found that their people working at the boatworks were all incompetent.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, when push comes to shove, she is very skilled. It's just up to that point.
She's
a fucking mess.
It's just been moments of just like, no, you stop that. Stop grabbing my leg.
뭔가 암초라기엔 생각했던 질감하고는 다르네요.
Ah, I see Hong Lu saw what I saw.
Yeah, it's not great.
두 번째도 통과.
The GE stands for good eye, by the by.
Ah, I see.
I'm pretty sure.
One other thing it could be.
Yeah, right? I hate it, I'm learning.
I thought you would like it since she's your favorite character.
She is my favorite character, but that speaks a lot about me then.
This means you're getting closer to Sinclair, since Sinclair is one who's translating for her.
I'm not soft boy enough to be Sinclair.
That's not a rock.
우린 거기에 내릴 거거든요.
잠깐, 저거 말하는 거야? 저 야, 쳐들었어도 혼자서만 난리치라고. 저 위에 사람은커녕 나무 한 그루도 없는데 뭘 얻겠다고 내려?
생각하는 방식부터 틀렸어요, 당신.
Isn't this a saying for sailors in general as well?
The ocean is terrible. It hates us. We shouldn't be on the ocean.
There's a reason why we left the sea for the first place.
A loud shock and an ear-splitting sound of the skiff scraping and sliding against something cut Heathcliff off. Man, Heathcliff's VA is killing it here.
Fucking Ryoshi's so good.
설마 이스마엘 씨?
네. 애초에 이것들은 섬이 아니에요.
They're mermaids. What we thought were islands suddenly.
They're a little too big to be mermaids.
Yeah.
What we thought were islands suddenly rumbled, vibrating as grounds trembled from an earthquake.
전부 어느 고래의 일부예요.
Oh. A colossal creature shuddered as it wakes from a long slumber. That's gonna be a great wallpaper to do dailies to.
That's what I thought. I was like, I gotta get through this thing, so I don't have to look at that. It's just like, oh.
Is this also gibberish, Torpo?
Yeah, no, we went over this. All the mermaids past a point are just gibberish.
Because they're no longer human. Well, the idea of
they're no
human
longer
human.
sane.
They're mermaid now. Are like whales are things that are in the water that parasitize people, and mermaids are the people who are the victims.
Also, the whales come from the outskirts, so they're terrible.
As far as we're aware.
From the outskirts and beyond. Let's say that.
I would say, like, as far as we're aware, we know that the pallet whale is from the outskirts. Some of these things could be native to the Great Lake. We just don't know.
This area wouldn't have a wing, would it? No, wait, the wing is the beach.
No, there's ports all over the place. It's U-port.
There's also floating ports.
Yeah. You're thinking about a nest, then maybe there's
nest is what I'm thinking of. Oh, but that's a large one.
There are
also just as a thing, this song was in Kanto 4, but I really like this song.
I would assume that some of the ports could be considered nests. Like, for instance, the Stingray port, the one that has that one hair salon there. Because it's the richest port.
Also, is it finally time for me to talk about Shin?
Is it? I don't know. I thought it was a while ago.
I guess it would be now that we have time to talk, because I didn't want to interrupt the cutscenes. So, for reference, Shin is expanded on in Leviathan, but it's basically sort of this middle point in between ego and distortion.
Ooh. When did that happen?
During the fight. Don't worry about it. She'll be fine. She can walk it off. But it's basically drawing emotions from your memories as a form of control to improve one's strength and physical capabilities.
To me, at least at the very least from what it sounds like, this is very much a reduction for the purposes of humor, but it sounds like weaponizing your trauma.
Essentially, yes, actually. So the reason why our good buddy, the Mariner, is so strong is because he has this large well of life experience to draw from for this sort of thing.
So Shin is actually very good for him.
Yes. It's those rings of light you keep seeing. Like Iori taught those to all her like minions, we'll say. Or that time that Demian murdered
Cromer.
It's those rings of light that we keep seeing appear. It's basically Carmine would fucking hate it. Carmine would hate the shit out of it.
Because Carmine's all about just self-indulgence, right?
Yeah. Shin is also largely implied to have come about as a result of the White Nights and Dark Days.
Oh, what? Oh, that makes way more sense because, like, throughout all of Runa, it's been about light. So now that we can manifest the light as a, as that is really interesting just because, Carmen's initial intent was, you know, self-indulgence, not self-improvement. Uh-oh. What we thought to be a rock was a porous whale. When its mermaids crawled out of the holes, we defeated them. But this isn't the whale we're looking for, is it? What is Ishmael thinking? I could tell from the look of Heathcliff's face that I wasn't the only one wondering this.
In other words, our whale seems to have parasitized another whale.
제가 앞에 서죠.
Oh, yeah.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
Because, like, I always made the joke about this game of, like, id, ego, super ego, because IDs are basically the id, egos are pure emotion. So I'm assuming, like, we could attribute Shin to super ego? The way we try to, like, act in front of others?
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Because I feel like they're gonna use super ego at some point. I'm just wondering where.
탈출개체 확인.
Yeah, it's very Freudian, Koshi.
걸려라.
You probably might not sustain it as super ego, since
yeah, because it's
an acronym.
Evil Sinclair, very good. Otis, not so much. Do I have Tremor on fast? Yes, but not a good amount. I want to pile up more before I use the big number. I think Faust might be losing her clash, which would be awkward. Faust lost both their clashes, ugh. Yeah, this chapter they're definitely like, we're gonna make you use Tremor, motherfucker.
Tremor
this
is
chapter
really
is
good.
more about, hey, y'all have had it too good for too long with Sanity.
Yeah. Also, the thing is, Tremor has always been good in the fact that it's like, hey, you're gonna make the enemy stagger much more, and the better, like, the more they stagger, the more damage you get to do.
탈출개체가 정리되었습니다.
The best defensive option is basically, hey, what if your enemies weren't able to do anything?
나이스. 하나 제꼈다.
Big whale. Well, big mermaid. It is time. It is time for the... What does she call her stupid sword? Like the demon blade or some shit?
I don't remember. It was very dumb and I loved it.
It was very chuny.
No, multiple tuning names for like multiple different weapons that she could use.
Dimensional.
Rip them apart.
You know, one of the things
Jesus
about, like,
fucking Christ.
The idea of fighting against the white whale, just like it just being a regular battle encounter, but it just looks like that one whale fight, the fight against the random encounter whale off. You're just
Okay,
on the
but that
roof.
encounter's funny looking.
I know, because you're just on the roof of some department store, and suddenly you fight against a whale.
와, 엄청난 공격이었어. 기념할 만한 걸.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Jeez.
Your girl Faust cannot fucking win today, and she just took a huge sanity hit because of the red.
Yeah,
she did all. She did all she needed to do in that one big fight, and that's all she needed. That's all that mattered.
Yeah, well, because remember that if red fails the clash, Faust takes a 20 sanity hit.
Yeah, it's the same as Yisang's. We'll just let Evil Sinclair do all the work.
탈출개체가 정리되었습니다.
All right. time.
I think you're not too far off, Kuoshi.
알아들었어. 땅덩어리인 척하던 이것들이 전부 고래였고 이 숭숭 뚫린 구멍 같은 것들에게서
So, calamities are whales, but whales aren't calamities.
No, calamities are specific whales.
Yeah.
Calamities are whales that don't need to abide by the rules.
Yeah.
Like, she named this sort of something so incredibly stupid that I just imagine it came from, like, the anime that is Chuni.txt.
Like, they mentioned it previously, but the big difference between normal whales and calamities is whales abide by the laws of the ocean. The Great Lake, I should say. Calamities don't. They do whatever the fuck they want.
설명할 생각으로 그렇게 말했을 거라고 믿는다.
Heathcliff's showing an incredible amount of restraint here. Like, this whole chapter he's been very subdued.
But yeah, it's why they're calamities, because you can be doing everything right and still get killed by calamity.
Heathcliff, furious, wasn't the only sinner looking at Ishmael with expectant eyes. They were
he's being subdued because of the fact that he fears another consultation.
There were Otis and the other sinners who all looked at her for some answers. And I, too, was also expecting.
Oh? Tell me more. Is it a boy or girl?
It's a grandfather clock.
Oh, that's weird, actually. I'm sorry.
Look, I can't explain how abnormalities work, man.
전설 같은 이야기였죠.
전설이요?
대호수를 떠들고 여기를 터전 삼는 사람들이 많은 만큼 나누어진 호수의 종류만큼이라고 해야 할까요? 뱃사람들에게는 그 호수에 대한 이야기가 구전되어 전설처럼 들려오곤 해요. 이 부유하는 울렁이고 어두운 잿빛 호수.
Wafting and rumbling.
이곳에도
I don't want to go anywhere where the description includes wafting.
해무에 숨겨져 있는 공간을 열기 위해 두드려라. 창백한 그 색을 찾기 위해 고래들을 울게 해라. 알맹이를
be gloom and let whales draw their pearls in search of pallid hue.
갖춰지면 드러나리.
I agree, Don.
That was all pretty straightforward.
I don't know, I'm just sitting there like, what?
지금처럼 이 호수에 있는 구멍 고래들을 깨워서 인어들을 다 잡으면 창백한 고래에게 가는 길이 열린다는 말이에요.
그러니까 그걸 지금 믿으란 거지. 너도 믿고 있고, 어? 야, 살다 내가 이런 말을 꺼내게 될 줄은 진짜로 몰랐는데 너 멍청하냐? 야, 고래를 깨우는 거랑 저 빽빽한 안개가 거치는 거랑 도대체 무슨 연관이 있냐? 저도 어느 정도 말이 되어야 할 거 아니야.
히스클리프 씨가 인과관계를 가지고 논파하고 있는 장면은 정말 진귀하군요.
Even Faust is getting in on this. Heathcliff learns about correlation and causality. Damn.
왜 안 좀 닥쳐라. 나 진지하니까.
시간 안에 호수에서 벗어나지 못하면 파도가 밀려온다는 사실은 뭐 말이 되나요?
어?
정해진 공간에 도달하기 위해 직선 항해를 하지 못하고 왔던 항로로 바로 되돌아가지도 못한 채 여기저기를 돌아다녀야만 하는 건 말이 되고요?
Yeah, like, Ishmael brings up a pretty good point. What the fuck is sense out here?
I keep telling you, this place makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, the laws of the Great Lake are all about rationalizing the irrational.
여기는 그렇게 돌아가는 곳이에요. 그냥 그런 거라고요.
I'm trying to remember a video game where that's very much like directions are just like a very poetic sort of nonsense.
좋아, 그건 네 말이 맞아. 근데 그런다고 해서 좌편이 뭐니 그렇게 딱딱 정해져 있는 도시 규칙.
If we were gonna go off just naming conventions, I would call this Lake Erie because it's fucking eerie.
Got him.
내가 직접 겪고 봤으니까. 그 옛날 아무것도 모르는 치기 어린 항해사가 직접 배를 탔었고 직접 전설이 사실이었다는 걸 깨달았으니까. 그렇게 장백한 고래를 마주쳤으니까.
Heathcliff fell silent, scratching his head. The rest of the sinners also nodded and began whispering.
나는
Damn. They're perfect for each other.
정말 죄다. 마음에 안 들지만 적어도 말다툼에서 이기겠다고 거짓말을 하거나 흰 소리를 늘어놓진 않는다는 건 알아. 어디 끝까지 해봐. 일단 이 방망이로 두더지 같은 새끼들 후려치는 건 할만하니까.
나도 납득했다. 하지만 다음엔 그런 이유가 있다면 먼저 말해줬으면 좋겠군.
The sad part is that she's tried to do this before, and we've just kind of like very flippantly ignored her.
I mean, to be fair, she's gone about it consistently in the worst way.
Yeah, she wasn't very forthcoming about it. She's like, you guys don't understand nothing. It's like,
well, I'm not talking about this chapter. I'm talking about like all the way back in chapter 2, in that like all of the time Ishmael has been very much like, here's what we need to do, here's all the details, and we're just kind of like, lamau, whatever. So it feels kind of hypocritical for Otis. Well, not. I say Otis, but I don't mean Otis specifically. I mean us as a group to be like, tell us what you're planning, because she's always done that.
I think this is more in the fact that she has the foreknowledge of this area, so she knows, other than just she read the brochure.
No,
communication is
what's
incredibly important to not dying here on the Great Lake.
Yeah, what's been going on is that it's been a series of Ishmael just saying, yeah, just do this, trust me. And then the crew goes, I don't know, and then does something else, and she goes, why didn't you fucking trust me?
Also, don't forget that entire part where she was just busy fucking polishing her spear in her fucking room.
Yeah, like
sulking angrily.
Let's not pretend that she's been acting entirely rational here.
Oh no, she's crazy as shit. That's the fun part. She's always been crazy. She's just good at hiding it.
Once we eliminated the mermaids of the last whale singled out by Ishmael, the fog slowly began to fade. Behind it was a different lake, beyond the Great Sea.
My favorite lake.
Are we going
That's
to
great.
Piss Lake?
I'm gonna fucking post an image Limbussy chat in a sec. Post it when it's relevant.
훌륭한 전시회였어. 이걸 오히려
Wow.
고맙다고 말해야 하나?
That's pretty wild.
It's not Piss Lake High Wing. It wouldn't be totally appropriate.
And this should be the last chapter of this batch.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's a good one.
We waded past the ocean mist and entered the Obsidian Lake, the Lake of Legends, as told by Ishmael. Within it was the pallid whale, pale as the midnight.
Get back out real quick.
Oh my!
Fuck that!
I feel like I've been here before.
Y'all know thalassophobia.
Yes, Torbo can tell you all about it.
Uh-huh.
This is
Granted,
why
my breed is a bit different than tigers.
This is why Valheim was so funny. Marceau was right. The lake beyond the borders was nigh pitch black. The waves crested tall, rising and crashing violently under the thundering rainstorm.
Should have brought his motion sickness pills.
Yisung's face was starting to grow pale.
저희가 정말 할 수 있을까요?
Sinclair, I don't think we have a choice. Hey Death, how's it going?
언제나 할 수 있어서 했던 적이 있으냐?
그건 그렇지.
진입하겠습니다. 이 호수의 파도는 신경 쓰지 않아도 되나?
이 앞에 있는 구역에 대한 규칙이나 파도의 종류는 저도 몰라요.
I know fucking nothing about this place.
그 안에 파도 치는 시커먼 호수는 기억에 있지만.
This isn't a place that you would know well, because it's not a place that you normally go to ever.
This isn't a place any human should go to.
This is not usually a place that animal comes back from.
You'll understand why nobody goes here.
모든 걸 정면으로 맞서야만 되겠군.
This is a pairing I was not expecting this chapter, but like it makes a lot, as we mentioned, it makes a lot of sense. As it continues to go, it's really interesting. Because like this chapter is definitely showing like pairs of characters you would not expect to like hang out with each other.
Always will defer to people who, you know, are more, if it's in their wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I desire party boy Merceau.
그 고래가 나타나도 아직까진 조용하네요. 그때는 호수에 진입한 지 몇 분도 되지 않아서 그것이 공격해왔어요.
Everyone was tense as they could ever be, looking around nervously.
저건 뭔가요? 뭔가 깊고
가까이 다가가 보는 걸 추천한다. 내가 일어나 광원을 가까이 비추겠다.
Wait, hang on, what? Rousseau got up with a lantern and pointed the light towards where Sinclair indicated.
하나가 아니네요.
This is a ship graveyard, isn't it?
Boy, I wish it was.
You can think that.
같은 건 아닐까?
근데 그렇게 보이기도
But where's the light? Do you remember seeing anything like that, Ishmael?
네. 기억이 흐릿한 정도가 아니라 저런 건 아예 본 적이 없는.
Kind of hard for her to remember anything back when she first came here.
Another interaction I was not really expecting.
My poor dude, she has sea legs unlike you.
I knew that that can't be true. A seasick sailor only exists in jokes. Besides, Ishmael was doing just fine mere moments ago. Then, she must have had a realization.
그렇군. 이런 모습이었던 거였어. 일부만 봐도 저렇게.
A terrifying realization.
어떤 건데 그래요?
알기 싫어도 알게 될 거야.
Oh, will you?
저건 헤일인가? 청원! 잡을 수 있는 건 전부 꽉 잡고 있도록!
Oh no. Before we even had a chance to say anything, a leviathan of a wave rose to its crest, then crashed onto us from above, and sucked us deep into the lake before throwing us back to the surface. I didn't even get to see that.
They'll explain it in a second, but if you really want to see it, look in the Limbisi chat. I took a screenshot of it the other night, because I wanted to see it too.
I had a good look at it because I think the game decided to show, as the loading screen showed me.
Everyone okay?
I can't really tell what it is, but
everybody was soaking wet, nearly hyperventilating, but mostly awestruck by what we just witnessed.
이탈자는 없습니다만.
방금 등대 같은 게 아니라 모조리.
Oh shit, Hong Lu's terrified.
He frankly should be.
This is the first time we've seen our boys scared.
Yeah, when Hong Lu's loss is cool, you know shit's bad.
Yeah, these aren't ships, Highway. These are whales.
These are specifically the tails of whales burrowed under the water.
Oh, I thought they were teeth when the thunder flashed.
Reaching up to the clouds.
If you actually look at the image I posted, you'll see them burrowed into the ground in some sort of umbilical cord looking thing.
Yeah.
This lake is where whales go to sleep.
Yup.
깊게 솟아오를 수도 있겠지. 하지만 이 소란스러운 놈 눈치채지 못할 리가 없어. 기울고 있어요.
Where's God, what the fuck was that color's name?
Indigo?
Yeah, where's Indigo?
Give it a minute.
He took a different route.
We're finally here. I think it's what Ishmael whispered. But the storm, the waves buried her voice deep into the lake.
쪽빛 노인이 작전대로 무사히 합류했다면
See, that's some real arm waving energy there.
Yeah. We didn't have to wonder even for a second about what Don Quixote was screaming at. An entire herd of entities, each dwarfing every single whale we've weathered throughout this journey, emerged from the waters all at once. In unison, began migrating in a singular direction to witness something like that was... Oh.
Terrifying.
Merceau is speechless.
He's uncomfortable.
To make Merceau gape with bewilderment.
여기까지의 작전은 성공한 것 같군요.
There's a difference between soft-spoken and speechless.
우리도 이야기되었던 대로 행동.
Merceau was gobsmacked there.
For a man who never breaks character, he was in awe for a brief moment.
저기.
There was a whale that stood out even among the herd of ineffably immense whales. Pallid as pale death, thick with scar tissue.
유독 상처가 많군.
찾았다.
It's time.
It's time for Ishmael to have the most normal.
Let it happen.
Oh, that's a scar. I thought that was an eyelid. I could hear her going crazy. Did you do it? Oh, hey, yeah, look, the Indigo Elder's there.
There he is.
He's content to vibe.
Ishmael thundered. No, louder than thunder, as though her personality itself had suddenly shifted. Her voice seemed to overwhelm the very storm itself. Holy shit.
Yeah. Even Otis was swept under the sudden turn of events, repeating after Ishmael's bellowing command. Is this what Ishmael was like when she sailed the lakes? Or what she's become? Or is this the captain?
불빛이 보입니다. 쪽빛 노인이군요.
The old man in his skiff was sliding across the water towards the whale.
잘 듣게. 잠에서 깬 나머지 고래는 전부 던져놓은 미끼를 향해 갔네.
작전 성공적이다. 이제
Wasn't clear whether it was the thunder of the old man's bellow that awakened the pallid whale. Its eyelids began to lift.
You were right the first time, Highway.
That's what I thought. It was an eye of an astronomical proportions, so immense that it no longer resembled an eye, but a reflective mirror of the world.
직접 보는 것을 고대했지. 이 눈칼.
The old man, harpoon in hand, draws closer to the whale with a grim, stony expression. Ishmael also aims her harpoon at the great whale, her face nearly tearing with uncontainable joy. Some sinners tremble with fear, while others prepare themselves. All of it, the world, contained in a single reflective eye that stretched even beyond our peripheral visions.
자, 물고기야. 너도 미끼를 물어라. 볼 수밖에 없을 거다. 너는 언제나 그래 왔으니까.
내가 헤아리기 힘든 세월을 살아왔으며 내가 이해하지 못할 곳에서 태어났음을 존중하고.
Oh boy.
하지만 난 이 기회가 지나가기 전에 이 몸으로 너와 맞서 이해의 끝으로 향할 작정이다.
The giant harpoon soars across the black sky like a bolt of levin and strikes the pallid whale.
지금이다. 배를 힘껏 저어서 나아가자.
Ishmael rose tall and alone, looking straight out beyond the speeding boat's swaying bow, harpoon in hand.
너를 다시 마주치면 무슨 생각이 들까? 많이 생각해봤었어. 근데 의외로 복잡하지는 않네. 반갑다. 미 빌어먹을 고래 새끼야.
Compared to the old man's harpoon, the harpoon Ishmael hurled was like a needle. But once struck, as though its body was racked by an immense, unbearable pain, the pallid whale's maw opened, and the air itself began to vibrate. Oh, okay.
That's why I brought it up, Flag.
I thought it was supposed to be on their person, not on a weapon.
No, it's on whatever they apply it to.
Ah, I see. Every sinner heard the old man's voice. Every sinner began rowing with all their might, in desperation, as though death itself was in our pursuit, as though it was our fate, our destiny, to row. We were all sucked into an endless abyss, and a rapid vortex pulled us into the maws of the beast, tenebrious as a well under a moonlit sky.
Tenebrous.
There was a deep noise, and like a droplet in sea, we melted into the fathomless dark.
들리나? 작전은 어떻게 되었지? 들리나? 어이. 아무래도 무전기가 정말로 맛이 가봐.
Well, they're fucked.
I'm sure it'll be fine now that Ish is completely mask off.
Ding.
Can't wait.
Split your lungs with blood and thunder.
Oh, this is gonna be the dungeon, isn't it?
Yep. Sure is.
Most likely.
I especially enjoy that Dante all but turns into the camera and says Ishmael has turned into Ahab.
And Dante has turned into Ishmael.
Yeah, at this point, it's just that depending on how this dungeon goes, it's just sad. This chapter is already starting to become like my favorite.
Assemble
like,
one enkephalin module.
Yeah, it's no longer logging in. You have to assemble a model.
Yeah, dailies are now very hungry for enkephalin.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the meter that
twice a day.
recharges.
You need to do it like twice a day in order to get a fucking module profit.
Yep. Which is fucking ridiculous. Oh, there would be Riot Starklight.
Yeah, the balls. Well.
Also, I disagree. She is not far gone.
I don't think they're gonna kill off Ish because it seems like for the condition of Dante's scenario is the contract with all 13 people that they need to resolve their something within them, and I don't think death is considered a resolution.
We'll see.
It's like just the culmination, that culmination of everything that happened up until that last point is made like this chapter really good.
See, what
Also,
I want to know is what the fucking Millie song is going to be. I'm hoping for pirate metal.
I don't see Millie doing metal.
Really quick, go to Luxcavations.
Oh, let's go. Oh, right, there's a new one, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one.
Yeah, it unlocks until once you get to this point.
He's Pierce.
Yep, that's it.
Yep, there it is.
I can't even tell what it. Oh, it's the whales upside down. Okay.
Yeah, they're burrowed into the ground, or whatever that is supposed to be. And they have these weird umbilical cords.
Yeah, it's not, I won't say burrowed in the ground, it's just them, like, kind of vertical in the water.
One of the big reasons why I like that identity is that if you get the ult off exactly right, it's really cool.
It is.
You know it isn't cool. Failing all of your fucking coins.
Or failing your clash.
One can lead into the other, highlighting.
한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
I'm gonna have Fortnite.
Alright, later dude. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey Dust.
제압 완료. 완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
Look at Rodion in the back there.
But yes, chat, now everyone knows about Shin. Because God forbid they explain anything outside of fucking Leviathan.
Leviathan and fucking Distortion Detective were such crimes. I get
Just
why.
like how
I get why they pulled Distortion Detective back, because they wanted to make it a game, but it also they should have like at least finished it for all audiences.
Yeah.
Because I was invested in Distortion Detective. I really love that cast.
Yeah.
So, Shrike, a few times we've seen people using Rings of Light. Like basically all of Yori's crew when they fucked us up, or Demian when he did whatever it was that he did to Cromer, or just now as we saw with the Indigo Elder with his harpoon. And it's basically using powerful emotions from one's memories as a focus for strengthening.
Strengthening whatever it's applied to.
It's armament hockey.
It's weaponizing trauma, but you know, replace trauma with
Not necessarily trauma.
Yeah, replace trauma with whatever like deep emotion someone
Strong
relates.
emotions.
You make my happiest thoughts yeah, so like, yeah.
It is a technique. It is also a result of the White Nights and Dark Days.
I'm gonna be extremely lame here, like the lamest I've ever been. If you know anything about magic, think about it like awakening a spark. Something so deeply profound that it just turns you into like a dimension hopper.
Use power, like the time that you were the most down bad you've ever been.
Yeah. Yes, the red light Shin.
Ego is about the manifestation and crystallizing of one's will, and fucking distortion is
succumbing,
distorting oneself for the sake of their goal. Shin is about control.
Yeah, see, it's like the farthest polar opposite to Carmen's ideal of just pure indulgence.
Well, basically, distortion is basically you're losing yourself.
Yep, and it is mentioned, I think, like chapter 14 or 15 of Leviathan, what it is, because yeah, your boy Verge can use it, as well as having his own ego, which is like his ego is like peak edge.
Oh, so the only difference between
he's just Vladimir League of Legends, isn't he?
Yeah. No. Think of it more like Virgil from Devil May Cry 4, where Doppelganger is his primary trait.
I never played that.
In
that DMC3.
Well, DMC3 Doppelganger is something you get, but in 4 and 5 it becomes like part of like a package for Virgil.
I never played any of the DMC games. I'm sorry. I'm on culture.
다른 사람들은 어쩜 그렇게
Essentially, imagine
I
you
had
had
no
your-
clue what you're talking about with your League reference, so we're in the same boat.
It's basically you just had like an energy clone of yourself.
I mean, honestly, Torpo, you're happier that way.
Oh, I am. I played League for a little bit and I hated it.
Your
Good.
honor.
Your honor.
What to play though?
League of Legends.
Because we do have an hour to burn. I'm just wondering what to burn it on.
You do a poll.
Definitely not intended because I have no clue what the pun was, Void, so don't worry.
Lethal Company.
I don't have Lethal Company. I'm not really that into it. Kind of, yeah. I'm just looking at what I got right now and seeing what's like a quick and dirty thing to play.
Time to boot up Noida.
뭐? 아니요 사수님.
Yeah, that's right. Time to blow off your own cock and balls with a wizard wand.
I mean, that does sound fun.
That's terrifying, but you know, it's probably the best option for, you know, something to pass the time.
It's the great humbler. You always think, oh yeah, I'm doing great. Then by your own hubris, you just blow yourself up, which is the wizard experience.
Did you grab the Last Faith by any chance? I don't know what that is. I know what I want to play, but if I were to play that, I would spoil literally everything about what I would do when I want to actually stream it.
I would just fucking vanish on the spot.
That's what I expected because, like, man, it's such a tough thing of like I really want to show off Asta Libra, but I also understand if people don't want to watch it because they want to experience it themselves. If I were to do a pool, because I do have a little bit of extra funny money, what would it be on? Oh wait, the Yisung banner isn't there anymore.
Do you have little sister?
I do not. I'm just checking something else. I did buy Smear Greg.
Oh, my brain put those things together. And it
the same. Oh yes, everybody's favorite identity, Schmeg.
Good old Schmeg.
This is what I kind of feel bad about it, because it definitely seems like Greg has kind of become like... since Chapter 1 he's been kind of like a weird punching bag in a way.
Yeah, I mean...
To be fair, he is the everyman in a crew of fucking madmen.
To also be fair, that's the entire reason people like him.
He is the straight man to everyone's bullshit.
Yeah, that's fair.
There are he's a Tumblr sexy man. Half the reason people like him is because he's pathetic.
Let's see what I get.
I disagree. He's too hot to be the one slayer.
Well, I got something.
What do you got now?
I hate you.
Looks like an ego. Why does this keep happening?
Oh yeah.
This sucks.
This sucks bad.
I mean, it would be good if there was anything that like fucking did damage.
Sun's shower is way better than this.
Yes,
he's infinitely better.
Also, the one of the detriments to that thing is the fact that, you know, it's Slash.
You need tits out, Dawn. Pull again.
I
need to live vicariously through you.
Why are you?
He has enough for 2 more full pulls.
I don't know if I want to do full pulls though, especially with possibly another like I feel like the next act is going to bring up another banner.
But tits out, Dawn.
We haven't seen a teaser for another banner though.
True.
I feel like I think the banner might come like sometime after the next update, like Spice Bush.
What am I missing on the dispensary, anyways? Yisung, Greg. The other my 4 empties.
Heathcliff's Buddhism is a bit better since it's a group SP heal.
Yeah,
we have
fuck
fluid
it.
sack at home.
One more. Terrible. This Dawn eludes me.
You can buy her though. You have so many fucking boxes.
Yeah, it's just that I'm not too jazzed about her.
Why?
Come on.
She's good. The only
It's
problem
okay.
is the fact that it's just that you have to, you know.
It has to be like a NV team, and I don't know if I have that.
You can just say she's not your type. It's fine.
You have some people who have. Well, there's W Ryoshu has NV. Heathcliff has NV.
Can't believe Wang isn't into short stacks.
No. It's all about Rhodia, baby. What do I have in my box, though, is the question.
It's because Howling doesn't like to partay.
I mean, Festival's not too far off. It's actually not too bad.
I go for 150.
Math says this. A little over. And I'll have enough for another.
No, whatever will you do?
Well, that's the funny thing. I'm always one under. That's why I was a little like, eh.
Yeah, but you also won't have enough to up tie for it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, mine's not type 4.
But like, given release schedules, I feel like I'll have more than enough time to get it.
Right, I still haven't done my weekly.
Oh right, this fucking crime.
Yeah, that you need to pay money for.
Boo.
Oh, you're just so bent on the whole collect 'em all thing. You've clearly never suffered under a real gacha.
중지의 작은 아우이자, 작은 형님의 든든한 수하. 잘 부탁하네.
You've been spoiled by this game, Wang.
Oh, I'm aware. Don't worry.
Time to get Howling into Art Knights.
I
I'm
never
good.
want to suffer under real gacha. It will actually financially ruin me.
Time to get Howling into Blue Archive.
너도 야자야?
No, God, no. It's so grindy. Yes, I've played Blue Archive. It is a grindy nightmare.
You know, I thought she had more 3 stars than this.
No, the important thing, she doesn't actually have that many 2 stars.
Yeah, it's like just 2 of them. Huh.
Yeah, her coins are pretty strong, but it's just the fact that reason why
This
you
is
want
a
to build
blue
around
skill?
her, she gets fucking strong.
Yeah, it gains offense level from A-Resin.
Yeah, but it gets more from purple, but it's a blue skill.
Yeah.
No, it's just no. It's just that from A-Res in general, it's just that if there's a envy resonance,
I just find the off color very peculiar. Is all.
It's pride, is what Wang is pointing out. It is
Yeah,
pride and not envy, which is why it's weird.
Her envy skill also does that.
Yeah, but it looks at A-Res in general. This is an off color. It specifically wants envy, but it's not contributing to that. Is what I'm getting at.
When you up tie it, it also looks at envy.
No, you're not.
Pride?
No, the fucking skill too.
Oh.
It gets better.
Okay. So much fucking thread.
Yeah, because you don't spend it on anything.
작은 형님께서
It's because I never really felt like anything was to spend it on before this.
이거 참 기대에 보답해드려야겠네.
Dawn is worth it.
Favoritism as a
I
passive.
love the kind of woman who can end my life completely and crush my head into paste.
And that's why I like Rhodia.
Man, y'all are fucking weird.
Oh, come on, Mr. I love Miss Murder Boner.
No. I never said I love. I said she's my favorite character. I would never get my dick within, like, fucking a country mile of Ryoshu.
Besides, that's all. Corporal only goes there if he wants his penis to be turned to art.
Behold a beautiful flower, she says as I scream. No, I'm not stupid. I don't have a death wish. I relate to Ryoshu is the thing.
I like how even the brothers are like, "Hey, Don, chill your roll."
Who my actual type is a mystery for the ages.
Yes, obviously Otis.
No, God, no!
Otis would be just
I am not
awful.
so broken that I go for the Otussi.
So eager to hype up her senpai.
Okay, but is it gonna be like Big Bro Heath? Because that'd be great.
That would be pretty funny.
I mean,
funny if it was Greg.
It would be funny, yes. I mean, we do see like the top of his head there, and it does look like Ricardo.
No, but it's remember it is pink hair.
Okay, Lude, that clip is so fucking good though. For once in Oreo.
The destiny of tattoos.
Density.
Oh, density. I thought that was a little weird. I was like, destiny of tattoos.
So yeah,
Hello.
That's why Big Brother was glowing purple, is because of the augmentation tattoos.
Yeah. That was painfully obvious to anybody who's even like played Library of Ruina, is that they brought this idea back.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a chatterbox, but she's good. Partey?
You know what? At least they seem to be good to each other.
This girl's got a whole loudspeaker in her or something. How will this child even fit in? Look, when somebody really wants this party, they'll get the fucking job done. And this is the one that, like, fucking threw every fan of Limbus Company for a loop. Is that Don's been hiding some assets.
I mean, it was more apparent with Telepole Don. People just forgot.
I must leave this place for business. I like how all the other middle brothers and sisters are like, man, she's a weird one. I want to eat ice cream.
Ice cream.
That's
fucking. I love Don so much.
That's a thing that you can put in for your manager card.
I want. No, they're not gonna.
Yes.
Am I a garbage person?
Yes.
I was tempted to do I want to eat Don Quixote, but I figured that probably looked a bit too much like
The only problem is that it's not in
it's not in caps.
Capitals.
But that's really funny.
I forget what mine currently is. You'll probably see it in your friends.
Ice cream. Ugh. That was just for that brief 5 seconds. That was worth the purchase.
You untie the Marcel, you can see like the more serious note of the middle.
I think it'd be worth it for this, just because apparently Merceau's passive is really good. If you have
insanity
for a theme team, but like it's easy to go since you only need like 2. And also, I need to spend this thread.
Yeah, it's only a 2 star, so it's not you're not gonna use much.
And 2 stars can be really good.
Ah, yes, the accountant of the Big Brothers. Take a look. Do take a look at Don's T4. Marcel would be terrifying like this. It's like, I'm here to wreak revenge. It's just the stone-faced.
I think this Mr. X just walks up to you and just pulls out. Okay, yep. You have some debts to be paid.
He's not Mr. X. He's not wearing a Speedo.
How do you know he's not wearing one underneath his pants?
You're right. He totally would. You think it's leopard print?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think it'll make clash for the rest of his outfit.
A single strike to the jaw, power irrelevant. Ugh. Leave nothing of the right arm but its stump.
Oh, hey, Ricardo got that treatment.
Rousseau would be the most terrifying debt collector. All I just gotta do is go back to K-Corp and you'll be right as rain.
And say what you will, the middle at least does right by their own.
And they have a very clear set of rules. Follow them,
Don't.
jackass.
The set of rules is just don't.
The rule is follow them. If you do, we're cool. If you're not, well... Oh boy. Ignorance of the law does not absolve you of the law. Now eat it, sucker.
Oh, that is some uncomfortable flesh noises.
They're very, like, meticulous about the details of it. Go to a nearby table, strike their head on it twice. Grab the hair, if possible.
That's the important thing. He's not even looking at him as he does this.
Compounded is that something was particularly sensitive. The sin of making the big brother sigh twice uncomfortably. Only by... Wow. He looks so angry here. Well, if this is a compliment, I am most overjoyed. I say with a scowl. He really didn't fit in here. Like, oh, I hate it here, but it's my job. Shit. The skill in question for the...
I don't know if he hates it here. It's just that it's hard to tell. He's hard to read.
But yeah, the big thing about...
I would say he doesn't hate it. He just doesn't fit in because he's not a party animal. Except that time that he was.
He is the most law boy in a very chaotic team. Which is ironically about upholding law. But yeah, this is the big thing in that, I don't know, well, I feel like it'd be easy to read faction, but if you have, like, any sort of theme, like Lu or, Molar Boatworks or, hell, N, like, put Merceau in the back, bam, you're getting, 10 SP on someone gratis.
Problem is you don't want N Corp, because that would mean you're giving Sinclair.
But like,
Also,
this would benefit from Merceau. This would benefit from a Merceau. Would this benefit from a Merceau? I don't think it would.
I mean, there is also like the active passive that gives the vengeance book thing.
This would benefit from a from Merceau, except not really because I don't know if the team I use generates purple at all.
You even use most of these teams.
I use them like occasionally on mirror dungeons.
You do normal mirror dungeons anymore?
I will say this. Chasing this really burned me out.
Yeah, I don't know why you fucking went all in like that.
I wanted something to do is all.
I don't know, this would have burned me out on the game, and I'm already like flirting with burnout.
Yeah.
It didn't help that there was like a solid ocean of fucking nothing to do.
Contentless behavior.
But I think I should stop.
I just didn't play the game.
I think we should stop here though. It's a little bit of a short stream because I started late, but like I thought this was going to take a lot longer than it did.
Oh well.
Yeah. And then we'll continue this again on Sunday when the last chapter comes out.